protocol or letting them know that we were not paying from that day the 60 days and ahead. We pay January, February, and March. In March, the end of March, we give the 60-day notice, so we haven't paid May and April and now June, but that's into the protocol. Now, and we send the letter to the residents, which is the one I let you know. The budgets. We always prepare the budgets in July because we have to have them ready in September when we have the final meeting with the supervisors from both HOAs. And we review line by line. This is just the front page, but in EDR, for example, there are 10 pages of budget. In Las Ventanas and in Villas, it's 8 pages each one. And we go each line by each line with the supervisor. And they sit with the HOA management, and they make all kind of questions, and we answer to them. The next thing is financial reports. If we go to the financial report from the last one we have, which is May, because we are just finishing June, we have to wait until the 30th to start working on that financial. In EDR, you can see, I can go there. In EDR, you can see, this is in the month of May, this was the money that came in. This was the money of last year. This is the month budget of the month, and we were short for $39,848 in May. Year to date, this is from January to May. You can see we have collected more money than last year. Yes, we have collected $300,000 more. So this is $3,309,703. Last year we collected $3,009,973, and budget is $3,632,277. So we are short $22,516. Where is the money for Baja Medical? Right there. If the money doesn't come in, there will be no way we can pay. It's as easy as that. And everybody says, well, but you have received the money. No, we receive each month part of the money. If at the beginning of January we receive the whole amount of 4.5 million, I will be glad and happy. I can plan for everything. But we receive, and we never know how much each month. We make a budget and we make a projection, but that doesn't mean that it's going to happen like that. For example, in July, we sent a second letter reminding all the residents that the dates to pay the dues have passed and they are already delinquent. In July, usually many people send the money. I forgot, I have sent it in the mail. I tell my nephew to send it, but he forgot, whatever. So each month, the first 4 months of the year are the best ones, and then it starts going down. You can check it up in the budget, in the website. There are all the financials of past years, and you can see how the money comes in different months. So it's very clear. This is the reason. This is more or less the amount of money that we have to pay Baja Medical in the whole year. So Lalo, who is the financial manager, and me, with the supervisors, sit down and say, what are we going to do? We were not waiting until November to see where are we going to get. And I hope this number doesn't grow. But who knows? So we have to prepare. We are not going to wait until November to say, now where do we get $400,000 to pay what we need to pay? So we decided, cancel the contract. And this was not just a decision of the money, because we have records from our security people. When there's emergencies, they go to the house of the person who has a problem. Could be fall, just a natural fall from their own height. Sometimes it's a heart attack, sometimes it's diabetes, sometimes it's high pressure, or many other things. But when we get to the people, the first thing they ask is, do you want to go to Baja Medical? The Red Cross is already in its way. And we find out that many people say, no, I want to go to downtown, to Centro de Salud. And we make a report of each one. So this is not something that we have invented. It is recorded. Each year, we know how many people hasn't go. There are other reasons. For example, sometimes we arrive there and there is not a doctor. And the guy in charge or the girl in charge says to us, well, the time that the doctor takes to come here, we better send the guy to Centro de Salud. 15 minutes from town to here, speeding. So it takes the same time going in the Red Cross or less to town because they have the red flashes and the siren. So that's the decision. It's not taken out of thin air or just because Roberto doesn't like anymore Baja Medical or the supervisors doesn't like it. No, we went through and thought of and take the decision. It's not likable to everybody, we know, but we have to make amends. So this was why the decision was taken. And if we check the other ones which are in the budgets in the website, you will see the same thing. In La Ventana del Mar, this month we were short, not too much, but it was $531. But in the year to date, from January to May, we are short $33,772. Las Villas, there's no problem. They are in black. They are in black for $6,248. So it's not too much, but at least it's not in red. So this is why the decision of canceling the contract of Baja Medical was done. And if you go to check all these numbers, they are right there in the web. And you have questions, you can go with the supervisors, or you can come with me and Lalo, which just making an appointment with us, we will answer to you all the questions you have. Now, another thing that we take in account, we have all the information from 2023. 2024 is just running. But for example, in 2023, 1,428 patients visit Baja Medical. The year of 2023 cost us $370,850, which is a cost of $260 per visit. Who in town charge for a doctor consult $260? Nobody. So that is part of the decision too. As you can see, we make it thorough. We just don't make decisions just like that. No, we are here for the HOA. The next thing, it's that what I say, we make communications with Baja Medical, we make propositions to them. We can do this, we can do that. They say no. We go with the contract or we don't go with the contract. So say, okay, we already give you notice, you do what you have to do, and we are not paying. So that's the situation as clear as I am explaining it. Another thing, finally, some of the residents who were going frequently to Baja Medical have their medical records with them. So they start asking the supervisors, how can I get my medical records? Baja Medical agreed to provide all your surgical or whatever medical records to you. Just communicate with Larry Preston. He sent this form. You just have to fill it up. Sarina has the forms. She can email to you if you want it. They are in the website too. Everything is in the website. If you look for Baja Medical Records, you find it in the web. And this is the last page that printed, but this is the link where you can contact Baja Medical and you will get your records. So this is a really good thing. Okay, this is all about Baja Medical. At the end of the meeting, if you have questions, we will answer them. Cachanilla Pools. In Cachanilla Pools, let me tell you the story. We have been, all the time we have problems with the temperature. It's high, it's low, never is on the right temperature. But the people forget that there is wind. When the wind is on, it's impossible to fix the temperature of the water because the wind runs and cools the water. When there is many people, they come in, they go out, so they take out the heat of the pool with their bodies. And they are outside, especially when it's cold, they come in again, they are cold, so they bring the temperature down. This could be like, those are just full things to say to justify that they don't have the right temperature. No, this is right. Another thing that happened, I received commentaries about sickness in the people. We are overviewed constantly by COEPRIS. COEPRIS is the health department from Mexicali. They are from the state. They are not from the municipality. And these people comes unannounced. Starting the summer, which this time started in June, they already have been here. They just present to the pools one day and say, we are COFEPRIS and want to check your water. And we have to let them go in. They are authority. We cannot deny them access. So we let them in. They take 3 samples of the water, 1 for us that we have to send it to our laboratory, 1 laboratory in San Felipe. They take 2 to Mexicali. 1 is for their own laboratory, and the 3rd sample goes to an outside laboratory out of the State Department. So there are 3 different samples. 1 is ours, the one that they have, and the 3rd one is the control one. For example, if we give positive, they get negative, but the third one is positive, then we are in trouble. If the three are in positive, we are in deep trouble. But usually, in the 11 years that I have been here, only once they closed the pool for 2 days, and it was their mistake. We sent a letter, we have our results and all that, and they reopened the pool immediately after 2 days. So there are many reasons why somebody can get an illness, but it's not because there are not chlorine in the water. It's because the chlorine makes reaction with the body of the person. All the things that are in the water are chemicals, and chemicals react to the chemicals of the body. The men, we don't have problem. The women, sometimes they are, but it's because of the reaction that is caused by that. If you talk with a doctor, he can explain it why it is. Or if you come personally to talk with the supervisors or with me, we will explain you what it is. Okay, the other thing is safety and security. The safety and security, we have problems here. Right now, there has been attacks to our security guards. One girl has been attacked twice by different people. One was a resident, the other one was a renter. Men, both of them. So in the second case, we prosecute the guy, we send him to the police station. He pay a fine and go out. But our guard put the announce into the Ministerio Público, and now they are going to call this guy to come to San Felipe and respond for what he did. With the resident, he came the next day, apologized to her and say, I'm sorry, I was wrong, But we told him, if you do this again, you will be going to jail, because we cannot allow this to happen. The guards are only doing their job. I see many people stopping, talking with them. They have good relations. Bye-bye, how are you? Nice to see you. And usually 95% of the time is really good. But sometimes I have seen people reacting bad for the guards who are only making their job. Sometimes, unfortunately, there are new guys who are learning the process. And they make mistakes. They take more time writing down the data, checking the plates, checking inside of the vehicles before the owner, because sometimes they are not owners but visitors. They have to check what they are taking out, because if we don't do it, there can be burglaries. We know everybody is okay, but from time to time we have problems, so we have to check. So about this is it. The other thing is the crime prosecutions. We have 2 guys in jail, but finally the owner who put the announce, he was the parents and these 2 guys come to talk to him when he went to the jail to the presentation, and they say, please forgive us, this is our first thing, we don't want to be in jail for 5 years because of stupidity that we did, please help us. So he says, okay, I'm going to give you my pardon, but if you do it again, you will go. Next time it's not going to be 5 years, that will be 10 years, because it's your second offense. So usually I say to you, when we prosecute the people and we send it to jail, I always say, this guy took this number of years, this time they were pardoned, so they are outside, and I hope so, then don't do it again. We have another big problem in EDR mainly, and in parts of La Ventana sometimes, is the speeding of the cars. Tony Cuevas here, he has asked us many times to put slow signs, limit of velocity. We have done it. It seems that we say we encourage the people to go faster. The other day, one of the supervisors followed a guy. When they reached 80 miles, he stopped following him. 80 miles in Saltito, that's crazy. That's crazy. Like I say, we all live here because we want it quiet and restful. So what is the necessity of speeding to your home at 80 miles an hour, even at 50 miles an hour? What is it expecting us at home? A nice drink, out of the heat, but it will take us 3 more minutes to arrive. And we are not risking our car, our lives, or somebody else's life. And I just don't say it for you who are here that maybe you are not speeding, but this is going into the website and the people goes to see the meeting, and then everybody sees that some people is speeding and high speeds and putting in danger everybody around them. The next one is storms and road maintenance. Okay, the storms. Last year we have El Niño, and we have a lot of hurricanes in the Pacific. Now we have La Niña, which is the other side. And mainly the big hurricanes are going to be in the Atlantic. We already have there already 3. In here, no, nothing yet. But we will have. And we are working in the back of the ranch, making berms, deviating water, so it doesn't go into the houses. And many people ask me, why are you doing that? In the past we didn't do it. So yes, we did. But the thing is that right now there are more houses than before. So sometimes when there is a new house here, the water changed route. And instead of running to the left, right now it's running to the right. So we have to take it back to the left or find another arroyo that goes down in a safe way. That's what our ecology department is doing. Our ecology department, it is the one in charge of taking out the bees. And you know that we have been having you can see all the desert is green, full of flowers. So bees are happy in San Felipe. In some parts of the world, they are getting extinct. China is importing bees. Unbelievable, but they are doing that. With Mao, they kill all the bees in China. And now they are importing bees for the crops. But we have plenty, I think so. I will suggest to send them to China. But our people from ecology is the same people who do that and pick up the clippings. That's why we are behind. Because what is more a necessity? Take out the clips or take out the bees who can, if the people is allergic, they die for it. So we make that kind of decision. Let's wait for the clippings for 2 weeks, but take out the most bees we can. And that is part of the decisions we make. And I understand the people say, well, in the past they were doing this very fast. In the past we didn't have this many amount of bees. And in the future, who knows? Maybe we will say, you have to take care of your own pests in your own house. Because if not, we will have to have an ecology team 3 times the size it is only for bees. And that's very costly. Well, the next one is another thing that starts spreading around like bees. It was put water in EDR. It's lovely to do it. We all want to have water, just open the faucet. The problem is that there is protocols that we have to follow, and the supervisors were reached out for that. And Sari, ¿tenemos la del agua? ¿No la tienes? Okay. We have the numbers. Whoever wants to see it, I will explain a little briefly. First of all, there is an amount of water available in San Felipe. One amount of water is for the town. The other one is for the north side, and the other one is for the south side. But remember, 3 years ago, we started becoming a municipality. And when it was done, we have grown from the old town of San Felipe all the way to around kilometer 84 in the Highway 5. So now it's from kilometer 84 all the way down to San Felipe, all the way down to San Luis Gonzaga, and all the way up to San Matias, and it's the same amount of water. Now, of that amount of water, the city has one, and the north area has the rest. This amount of water was divided by the different camps and El Dorado. El Dorado pay. There is a thing that is called rights of the water, and it costs a lot of money. Then, remember that El Dorado is registered in the state and in the fideicomisos for the whole ranch into a rustic development. Rustic means no fancy. To put water there, we have to change the status of the whole ranch. And instead of being rural, it become a city itself. So imagine the taxes in the land. It will grow high. We have done the numbers with the CESPON in town, with the guys of the water company, which is the state, the total amount to put water, because this is not like, in this street we are 20 people. We will put together the amount of money. But there is another one which is the only house in 3 blocks. The CES doesn't say, I will put all the piping just for one guy and 20 guys here, another 100 here, and another 50 there. They say, how many lots are? Let's say a number, 8,000 lots. Okay, we make the numbers with them, $37 million. The ranch cannot do it. I don't know if the residents can put together $37 million. I remember when we tried to put electricity in the non-electric lots. It was 2.8 million. We have to return the money because it was collected only 1.8. So I think it's going to be very hard to collect $37 million. And this is not a number that we are inventing. We have the paperwork, and you can check with the CESP. So again, we are here to help, and we say the facts, which can be reachable and follow up. Now, a big question, why do Ejido doesn't has water? Because of the same reason. They have to pay for all of that, and it's very expensive. There is people who can say, well, from my house, I see the pipeline that goes there. Yes, that pipeline goes to the La Ventana del Mar deposit that goes into La Ventana del Mar. But that was paid at that time from the amount of money that was divided in between. EDR, the mountainside, was not included in that, and it was never sold like going to have water or sewer. That's a real fact. So if you check it up, you will see that this is real. And I am bearing as clear as I can. Everything can be checked with the CES. The next thing we can do is the slide presentation. After the slide presentation, we will go to the questions. I will move to that side. Oh, sí, se me acordó, se me olvida este. Es el que no traigo. Me voy a bajar de aquel lado. Aquí sí ya me tengo que bajar con cuidado porque ya no tengo 30. Okay. Thank you, Dick. Okay, it's okay, right? Okay. Lo apagué. Okay, we start as always with El Dorado Ranch. This is a request that we have been receiving for years, but we haven't had the time and the decision to do it. This is the road that was connecting Paseo del Sol to Hacienda del Sol. The road that was there was not in the right place it has to be. Now we corrected that. That was we take time too because we have to make changes into the maps and everything. And right now it is in the right location. It's finished, and now you can go from Paseo del Sol to Hacienda del Sol more effectively. Next, please. Tire mountain machine maintenance. This has a lot of work because the water trucks, the graders, the backhoe, the cars from security, from activities. This works like many hours a day. Next, please. Palm trees prone at Cachanilla area. Next. 4 new tires for the Tacoma in maintenance. Next. Core number 4 repaired and painted. Next. Grader number 2 water pump and electrical alternator installed. Next. 2 new tires for the backhoe. Next. Trash containers were repaired and painted, all of them from the Cachanilla pool. Coepris. This is what I was telling you. Each year we go to 1 or 2 seminars from Coepris. This is not if we want to go. If we don't go, they fine us. They just say, there's going to be a seminar, you send your people, and we always send our people. You can see, all these guys are from us. There is no people from other companies or camps in San Felipe. All these guys are from us. Next, please. And get back one. Not to the Coepris. Right there. Okay. This is important because sometimes our own people used to say, we already know how to take care of the pool. Yes, but there are new regulations. They add things or they take out things that we have to consider and follow. So we always say, no, you go and you check. Many times when they come and say, oh, they show us 2 ways that we have to do now that we didn't do or whatever. Or new things that we have to add. Next, please. Grader number 3, 6 new tires. Next. 4 new tires for yellow employee bus. Thank you. Next. Street signs are installed in Vista del Sol 1 and Paseo del Sol. These ones fall with the strong winds that we received, the Santana winds. The stop signs, the street signs, and many people say, who is putting them down? Eolo, the god of the wind. Next, please. 4 new tires for maintenance pickup truck F250. Next, please. New rule sign installed at Cachanilla Hot Tub. This was a big discussion too. Very big discussion. But at the end, we agreed to lowering 2 years the age of the kid. And the final thing is we put it next to the hot tub. And that's it. Next, please. Activities pool water heater coil repair. This is the one for the heating the water in the hot tub. Next. Water Truck International 2007, new radiator water tank replaced. You can see how it was, now it's brand new. Next, please. Hot tub heat pump, new motor installed. Same thing. Next, please. Water Truck Kenworth 87, new trim springs installed. These ones. Next, please. New toolbox for mechanical workshop. Next. New pump to vacuum Cachanilla pools. We call it the robot, or R2D2. With these ones we clean and vacuum the bottom of the pools. Next, please. Court number 2 fence repaired and painted. Next. A new tire for maintenance Ranger pickup truck. Next. Tennis court benches repaired and painted. Next. They were 2. They look like 8, but they were only 2. 6, but maybe. Next. Monte Vista sign repainted and installed. This is not just painting them on the side. We take it out, we take it to our workshop, we repaint it, and then we take it back and reinstall it. Next, please. Street signs, again, reinstall it at Paseo del Sol, Puerta del Sol, and Toyon Avenue. Next, please. Trash containers roads repair at Vista del Sol, Rancho del Sol, and Palos Verdes Sur. This happens because many people, when they go, they open the gates, but they don't close them again. So the wind starts moving them back and forth. They go out the hinges, they get broken, and we have to repair them again. Next, please. Electronic car reader repair at Saltito Gate. This was a direct shock with a car. The owner paid for the reparation. Next, please. Kenworth 2007 water truck tank and chassis painted and valve installed. This was the old valve. This is the new one. This is the painted tank, and this is the chassis painted too. Next, please. Tennis courts number 1 and 2, new windscreens installed. Let me tell you, to bring these windscreens, wow, I think that it's easier to get a bride. We have to order them. They take long time. Sometimes we don't even find the guy who bought from us. He is the head of a company, big company. What he does is only repairing tennis courts all around Baja. So it's very busy, very hard to find. But we used to work with a guy in Tijuana. It was more expensive and the same thing. So we better work with this guy, and it takes time, but it's always good quality. Next, please. New lamp install at Saltito office. Next, please. Two new tires for red personal bus. This is the second bus that we have. When the yellow, for some reason, is out of order, we take this one, and we have a very old one, small one, red and white too, that we use when the two of them are out of order. Next, please. New pool handrails covers at all Cachanilla pools. Next, please. Plant clippings removed from aqua tomb area. This was a request too for many years. You can see a jungle of debris in the back next to the nursery. Right now we are taking it away, but it's a lot. It's a jungle, like I say, but you can see we are filling it, the dump, with the backhoe, and we are taking it out. I went last week and this week on Tuesday, I went with Ricardo, and let's say that this is the whole thing. We are here in this corner. So it's a lot of work still to do, but we already started and we'll clean it out. Next. 2 new beekeeper suits. The last time when they told us, you have to buy suits because they were already with stings in their body. So we say, let's buy them. Next, please. La Ventana del Mar. Red dirt placed on the road from Pavilion to Blue Gate. This has been for years unattended because of money at that time. So this time we say, okay, the developer donated the red dirt, and we use machinery to put it in place. We still have to do 200 meters, but that will be done in 2 more weeks, 2-3 weeks more. It's going to be finished totally. Next. And we are removing the stones from the road. That's another commentary that we receive very often. You leave the stones, so we are taking them out. It takes more time, it takes extra work, but we are doing it. Next, please. New garden and maintenance tools, different ones, an axe, different things. Next, please. Palm trees trimming boulevard and Palapa pool. Next, please. Tree trimmings removed from different areas, houses. Next. Area 2 and 7, street lights cable repair. Next. New gasoline blower. Next. Las Villas. Condo 44, Palo Verde tree removed. Sometimes the people call us and say, why did you remove my nice, beautiful tree from outside my house? Because they are invading the water lines. So we had to cut them up and take everything out, clean it out, and restore the order there. Next, please. Another thing, that one mesquite, look at the size of this mesquite. We have to take it out too because of the same reason. Next, please. Kenworth 87 water truck, 2 new batteries. They are big. Next. Condo 32 metal gate repair and painted. Next, please. Condo 42-4 metal gate repair and painted. Next, please. Condo 19-3 metal railing repair and painted. Next. Condo 33 wall painted. Next, please. New electric saw maintenance tools for the guys. Next, please. New welding machine. This is for the railings and all that stuff that it's metal that we have to weld. Next, please. Condo 67-2 roof repair. Next. Condo 32 flat roof and garage roof repair. Next. 10 new LED street lights. Next, please. Activities. Fire stick for movie nights. Right now we have this system so we can get hundreds of movies easily. Next, please. Water volleyball sport equipment, nets, balls, different things. Next. New beach volleyball net. In the next course of days, we will put red dirt on the beach for the bocce ball, which has been reported that is not playable very well right now. We will do that very soon. Next. Activities, new summer uniforms. The guys are happy. Next. Security. New pickup Toyota Tacoma 2014. Next. 5 new caution liners. Next. 6 new batteries for radios. These are expensive, let me tell you. Next one. Infrared system, new tools. These tools are needed to repair all the infrared system around EDR. Next, please. 2 new Streamlight hands lamps. These lamps are special. They provide a wide range and very strong light, especially at night when they have to go to check some problem in the red light, red system, infrared system for the snakes. They can see them with this kind of light. Next, please. 4 new radios with the charger and everything. Next, please. 25 individual new thermos. This is for each one of the gates and the mobiles so they can have water at all times, especially in these times. Next. End of the presentation. Okay. Now Dick is going to make some presentation to you. Please go ahead, Dick.
Thank you, Roberto. I think that Roberto did a good job of explaining Baja Medical situation. And a lot of people have said and commented to me or directly on Facebook or whatever, and why weren't we notified? Well, your supervisors, as well as management, Roberto, Jesus Olmos, even Pat on the phone communication with us, met in February and discussed the, you want to call it inadequacies or things that Baja Medical was not producing or doing. A letter was sent to them. There are 7 or 8 items that they were not doing. Number one, for the contract, it was a 7-day-a-week facility. They went down to 6 because there was nobody coming in. All right, so a letter was sent to Baja Medical principal owners requesting a meeting with the 2 owners. One of the owners came to the meeting, the other one did not. At that time, we gave them the 60-day notice of cancellation. Now, a lot of people said, oh, why didn't we know? Why didn't we know? Well, we didn't know what they were going to do. We didn't know what to tell you. We gave them the notice, the 60-day notice. The only thing we got from them was a copy from their attorney that disavowed or disagreed with the 7 or 8 items that we listed that they weren't in compliance with. We heard nothing. And the notice that they posted on their door, May 10th, I talked to Roberto. The 60-day was May 9th. I talked to Roberto in the office on May 8th. And I said, what can we tell the people?